Hello everyone, in learning outcome number 4 of module 3, we're going to be talking about the heart orientation within the chest wall. Although there are several advertisements and cartoons that often show the heart at the center of the thoracic cavity, if we do a mid-sagittal section, it would not cut the heart in half. This is due to 3 reasons. First, the heart lies slightly to the left of the midline. As we can see from this image over here, we're doing a cut mid-sagittal, and you can see that there's more heart tissue on the left side than there is on the right side. Second, the heart will sit at an angle to the longitudinal axis of the body, meaning that the border of the right ventricle is actually going to be occupying the inferior surface. It sort of slides down and up. Therefore, it will be slanted. And as you can see from this image, the right ventricle will be situated on the bottom surface of the heart. And the last reason is that the heart is going to be rotated toward the left side, meaning that it is going to be twisted from right to left. Therefore, when we have an interior view of the heart like we have here, you will be able to visualize more of the right ventricle or the right side of the heart than the left side, and it is now partially hidden after being twisted to the left side. And since we have already talked about the mediastinum, therefore we know that it will be located within this structure between both lungs that sit in the pleural cavity, and it will sit between the 3rd and 5th vertebrae, as we can see from this image. The heart borders, they can be a little bit confusing. The heart will have 2 distinct areas on each extremity, which are called the base of the heart and the apex of the heart. And when I think of base, I don't know about you guys, but I think of the bottom part. And when I think of apex, I think of the opposite. Therefore, I think of the top part. In fact, the word apex means peak or tip. Therefore, in my brain, the peak or the tip of a mountain, for example, is the top, right? But in the heart, it is actually the opposite, where the base of the heart is the superior border that will contain all the major blood vessels that we have talked about already that are mostly going to be leaving the heart. And the apex is still the tip of the heart, but it will be represented by this conical tip right over here. Now that we have clarified this misconception, let's talk about which structures are in each of the 4 borders of the heart. On the superior border, we have, like I said, the base of the heart, which will contain the major blood vessels, like for example, the superior vena cava, the aorta, and the pulmonary trunk. It will also contain the superior surfaces of the atria, and since it is the top part of the heart, it will be located around rib number 3. Next, we have the inferior border, which will contain the apex of the heart and most of the right ventricle as the heart sort of slides to the left. Then the left border will be represented by the left atrium and the left ventricle. And we can only see a little bit of it because remember it twists from right to left. And then the right border will mainly be the right atrium, since again the right ventricle slid down to the inferior border.